Flosstube. My name is Becca and you have reached SamBrie Stitches here on Flosstube. I am a cross stitch designer. I have been stitching since probably 25 plus years. And this is actually a special edition video. So it's not a normal Flosstube. I am going to show y'all my Needlework Marketplace virtual releases. Basically what this is an online event that designers and makers like fabric dyers and such have registered. We have our own virtual shop and we have our new releases listed in there. And then any LNSs like brick and mortars or online shops can register. I believe it's registering for free for them to come and purchase all of the new releases. I'm super excited. That is at the end of August. I'm excited and I'm nervous. So we'll see how it goes. I just want to say welcome to any new subscribers. Again, this isn't a normal video. This is just my new releases. And thank you so much for my returning subscribers. If you just happen to find me and you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. You can hit the like or the dislike button and just leave me a comment. Anything helps. I love interacting with y'all. Sorry if it's picking up noise from something on the other road, but I like to record outside for the natural light so you can see the fabrics and the colors a little bit better, because I have struggled since day one. I've been designing for about 1.5 years, and I have struggled with trying to get my cover photos as close to the fabric and the floss colors possible. I am actually struggling on one now. And so I don't have the cover photo ready, unfortunately. The model just arrived last night. So I will continue to work on that because I really like things to be as close as possible. And that's a lot of work. I own 2 printers, one for cover photos and one for the charts and such. And I really try my hardest to get them as accurate as possible, but it's never perfect. Anyways, so I'm just going to jump right in. So this isn't a super long video. But the first release that I want to show you is called Hope. And this is the model. It's a beautiful like pastel type of colors. It is in Hebrew. It says Hope. There is no English version of this. I just did it in Hebrew. I decided that I want my Jewish designs. I don't know if it's more meaningful, but I wanted them to be just Jewish designs. So I didn't include an English version of this, but you know, if you love the design, you could easily chart hope or word or something in there. But almonds and the blossoms there all represent, and the butterfly also has representation. And I'll go into that a little bit more when I release my next Jewish release. I'll have a write-up and everything on it. But this is the chart, and they're a lot more sturdy now. You can kind of see that I got a piece of chipboard in there, so they're a little bit more sturdy and they don't bend. And I've changed up the back of my charts a bit too. So I put in just a little picture from the Max Stitch program that I use. And these are all Gentle Arts colors. There's burlap, daffodil, dried thyme, misty harbor, oatmeal, pomegranate, and putty. I do offer a DMC conversion for this, but again, it won't be exact, but it's close. This model was stitched on 18 count Spirit of the Forest Ada from Be Stitch Me. I love it. It's such a pretty color. And because I was struggling so close, it's a little bit more blue on the cover. I reached out to Brady. I was like, I cannot get this color perfect. And so I asked her to kind of give me some DMC colors. So Spirit of the Forest closely resembles DMC 502 and 503. to give you an idea. And I put that on the back of the chart too. The stitch count is 70 by 70. I love these. This is like the perfect pillow size for me with 18 count. The model was stitched with 1 strand of thread and was stitched by my sister, Rachel Jones. My sister has come in clutch for me. She knocks out models and I appreciate it. Oh, Carl's making an appearance, the rooster. And then this is the back, just simple white. I finished these all myself. This is hand stitched pillow, and then I just applied the trim. I don't know exactly what color this is. It came from a Lady Creates grab bag, so I think it might be vanilla. And then there's that, and I just stuffed it. So that's my first release. My second release is Halloween themed. This is the next in my series of words to live by. This is the Halloween edition. And I already have a couple ready to release in a few months for Christmas and Hanukkah. So there's that. And what I did is I just ordered these, like an 8-pack of just paper journals off of Amazon. I messed up the back. And it's just finished on a sticky board with a little bit of fabric behind it. But I love this. So this, and this is the chart. It's pretty close. It printed pretty close. So I'm happy with that. So that's the cover. So again, Words to Live by Halloween edition. This model was stitched on 18 count Orchid Ada from Stitch Me. The stitch count is 69 wide by 101 high. It's close to 5 by 7, I believe. It's ish. That's why I'm trying to make them all pretty close to the same in the series. The model was stitched by me using 1 strand of Gentle Arts floss. So this is Gentle Arts Pewter, Baby Spinach, Black Licorice, Chalk, Harvest Basket, Harvest Moon, Hyacinth, I can't pronounce that, Lemon Drops, and Straw Bonnet, and I did provide a DMC conversion as well. And again, oh, almost dropped it. And again, I did a little like mock-up on the back for you too. And that's just on white. So you can kind of see it there. So that one's pretty exciting. I love my Words to Live By series. I'm really enjoying that. The next one that I am releasing is a reproduction sampler, and I'm going to show you the antique first, and then I'm going to show you the model. And this is Therese Meyer 1879. This is the original. It's beautiful red. Let me see. I don't know if that'll work. I guess that helps. It's a marking sampler. Not much information to go on from the seller, unfortunately. So Kathy, the amazing Kathy Butler, just couldn't find anything definitive on Therese. So we don't have any ancestry on her, but she's still beautiful, beautiful. And this is the model. I love this. I don't know if I could do a side by side because this is kind of see-through. There you go. Close. So this, and look at this frame. Hobby Lobby framed. We have an amazing framer, Claudia, in the Silverdale Hobby Lobby. She is so familiar with needlework and does an absolutely amazing job. So if you can see, my cover photo is pretty close to the model cover. So that made me happy. So this is Therese Meyer, 1879. The model is stitched on 36 count Tephra from Cedar River Linen and Design. My friend Jody, who has awesome fabric. Stitch count is 165 by 165. The model was stitched by Colleen Holt of Stitching with the Sisterlies. She's a good friend of mine and has model stitched a couple for me. I think this is her third. She's just awesome. And she used 1 strand of Blood Moon Silk. That was Stitch Me's. There is a DMC conversion of 8/16. And Colleen suggested that you'll need about 2.5 skeins of the Blood Moon Silk if you were to use that. And you can get the Blood Moon Silk from Brandy at Stitch Me. You can order that as well. So that is this model. And then I put a picture. It's a small one, but there's a picture of the antique on the back as well. So that's the back of this one. All right. The next one is the third in my seasonal series. The seasonal series, I live on Autumn Hills Place. And so I thought, oh, it'd be cool just to have a series with my street name. Not thinking how long it was going to be and not thinking of this design in particular. So the name is kind of dumb, but hey. So this is Autumn at Autumn Hills Place. I didn't want to put fall. I like autumn better than fall on pieces. So what I do with these generally is I pull a couple of motifs from my my antique samplers. So like the trees, the squirrel is from and I think the owl too is from an antique sampler. And there's little lightning bugs, and there's a cabin, and the cute deer. And this is the cover. It's pretty close. It's not 100%, but it gives you the idea. So the model is stitched on 18 count evergreen Ada from Be Stitch Me. Stitch count is 125 by 90 to 5 by 7. The model was stitched with one strand of thread, and it was stitched by my sister, Rachel Jones, another model from her. And it's just basically going to be just like a stand-up or a little lean-to. You could put it in a frame. You could do whatever you want with it. I just did a flat kind of fold. The whole series of my seasonal ones at Autumn Hills Place are designed with Cosmo thread because I was fortunate enough to be sent a full set of Cosmo thread. So Cosmo thread, and there is a DMC conversion as well. And then also another little mock-up on there. So that's the back of it. So there is that one. So the next one is the one that I do not have a cover photo for just yet. I'm still tweaking it. It's driving me crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna get it close. I just want to be able to have the words show. So this is Calvin Baker. This is the original. So it's just it's similar to my Lizzie Payne Gross and my Elizabeth Eldridge. It does have eyelet stitches in the second alphabet, like a ghost alphabet, and Smyrna's at the top for the alphabet. And then I've shown this before, and I don't know if you could see, there's pencil writing all over it. I'm not sure if it's coming through or not. My name's on here, which is really cool, Rebecca, but a whole bunch of Baker family is written on here, it's just so cool. So when I first got this, I had sent a picture to Michelle, Mama Loves You GB, and was just sharing this. And it was a while ago, and she had mentioned, wouldn't it be cool if you had fabric that kind of resembled the antique sampler that people could stitch on? I was like, oh, that's cool. And I had reached out to a couple of people, and they just couldn't make the size that I needed. So it kind of sat on the back burner, even though it was charted. And then at Nashville Marketplace, Fabric Flair, Nick came into my room and introduced himself, and a collaboration happened. Great communication, lots of tweaking of the fabric, and here it is. So if you can see the pencil writing, there's pencil writing on the fabric, and then here is the model at the top. So I just got this last night in the mail because, let me just say, my model stitcher went through some health stuff and was delayed in finishing the model, but she immediately shipped it out the fastest to Artie, the vintage stitcher, who worked her magic and turned this into a hanging piece like what I wanted. and got it to me so quickly, and it arrived at my house last night. So I've been trying this morning to, get the cover photo, but it just won't print. Like, it keeps printing bluish hues, and then it prints not showing the pencil markings, and it's just driving me crazy. I've gone through, I want to say 30 plus sheets every time, tweaking the coloring. So there's that. Already did an amazing job at finishing. She came through like you wouldn't believe. So I don't have a cover photo, but I do have 2 pages of ancestry information. Patsy Tabbert did an incredible job, and she did the write-up actually for it too. So there's a lot of information included on the Baker family in general, and it's a really, really neat history, because we thought at first that this was an unfinished sampler, because if you look at it, it kind of looks like it is, it looks like the family members that were written on here were intended to be stitched at some point. But Patsy didn't think that that was the case after kind of doing a little bit more research. And let me just tell you, she knocked it out of the park. So you're really, really going to want to read this if you buy the chart, because it's so neat. She talks about the history of the pencil and how she came to find like the information, and how she came to figure out that was more kind of like how she describes it as a high school yearbook page on which friends and teachers have signed their names, or a card that a lot of people have signed. So it wasn't an unfinished sampler, which is kind of cool. So there's so much in here. She did an amazing job. So the fabric itself is a custom made fabric that I believe is being called Calvin Baker Sampler by Fabric Flair. So Fabric Flair will have this available in their marketplace shop for any of the shops that are attending the virtual marketplace and want to order it. And then they will have it available, through them if you want to order it as well, in all counts. The stitch count on this is 233 wide by 73 high. And again, the ancestry research and write-up was by Patsy Tabbert. I could not do these reproductions without Kathy and Patsy. They are incredible, and they're such a huge help, because they just want to help me do the research on these, and I could not do this without them. I can't figure out ancestry to save my life. Like, it's so confusing. So I cannot thank them enough. The model was stitched by Tina Townsend, and it was fully finished by Artie, the vintage stitcher. I put Artie's email on here as well, so you can contact her for any finishing needs. She is amazing. So I also, on the back of this, I put a diagram for a Smyrna cross, which are the ones done in 310, and then a diagram for the Algerian eyelet. You don't have to do Algerian eyelets or Smyrna crosses. You can do full crosses however you want. There is a picture. It's not the greatest, but it is a picture of the antique sampler. And then, of course, my information. So there is that on the back. I have 2 more releases. But before I do these 2 releases, I want to share an email with you. This email came on a day, if you've been following me for a little while through the designing journey, I have been self-doubting myself every step of the way. Yes, it's one of my demons. I know that I shouldn't do it. I know I shouldn't compare myself to others. I know I shouldn't, watch the numbers and all this other stuff, but I do, and I can't help it. And I need to stop letting it get to me. But on that day, it was just a rough day for me. So with her permission, I can use her first name and I can read the email. And I'm going to try to make it through without tears, because when I read it to my daughter and then again to my husband, I bawled like I was in tears, because y'all know I'm emotional. So this is from April. And the email says, "Hi, Becca. I recently saw and purchased all of your Bigfoot series to stitch for my sister. I love them so much. First, right there, that means the world to me, because the Bigfoot series, the Bigfoot charts in general, are special to me, and I really thought that nobody would want to stitch them. I just thought they were basic, and I thought that, you know, Bigfoot's such a niche thing, but I'm telling you that people all over the world are stitching Bigfoot, and it just makes me so happy. I'm already getting teared up. A little backstory. My sister has a photo of my nephew in front of a large metal Bigfoot sign found in an antique store, in the same pose as Bigfoot. It is the same shape as your stitch patterns. He passed away a year ago at the age of 20. It was unexpected and has rocked our family. My sister has purchased that Bigfoot sign and has it in her yard. I saw your patterns and knew that I would have to stitch them for her. I'm sending her one every month to go with the season or holiday. And I'm really excited to make the Halloween one for her, because there is a video of my nephew putting a real pumpkin over his head and dancing just like your Bigfoot stitch. Your stitches are helping us heal. Thank you. And then she said, I don't usually reach out to designers, but was wondering if you could design a Bigfoot at the beach and a second one up at a mountain lake in the 70 by 70 stitch count. We live in Oregon, which is not too far from me. I'm from Portland, Oregon. And my nephew loved the coast, and every year we went camping up at Timothy Lake, Hoodview. The last time I saw my nephew was at Timothy Lake. These two designs would be lovely additions to the series and would be perfect for my sister's collection. Perhaps a series of different locations. You never know where Bigfoot will show up. I'm looking forward to seeing the fall and winter Bigfoot designs coming. Have a fantastic day, April. And I responded, and told her how much that meant to me. And then she had said she has another part of the story. But she said, Becca, you made my day. You're so kind to design these ideas, which I have already designed one of them. You brought tears to my eyes. It brings me joy that someday these stitches will be out there for others to enjoy, and to know that my nephew inspired them. It is like a little bit of him lives on in the world. So, and then she said I was more than welcome to share the email with her first name. The other part of the story that she had left out, she says, I had called my mom to tell her about my incredible find of your Bigfoot charts this May, and how excited I was to make them for my sister. Before I could tell her about each one, my mom started to tell me that she had just talked with my sister. My sister had found the perfect spot in her yard for the large metal Bigfoot. It's about 5 foot tall. And how she was planning to plant a tree beside it. My mom continued to tell me how she jokingly told my sister that she needed to tie a balloon on the Bigfoot hand when it was my nephew's birthday. I had chills. I told her that I had in my hands a Bigfoot chart with him holding a balloon for a birthday. That's my Celebrate chart. My sister has no idea yet about all of the charts and has only seen the 2 pieces that I have finished, which are Spring and 4th of July. I have just finished summer today and will be sending to her soon. Looking forward to all the upcoming charts. My journey has just begun with Bigfoot and all the adventures. And then she said, I had contacted you from the Bigfoot and summer chart information prior to this evening. I wasn't following you on any platform, and I am looking forward to being part of your stitching community. I have lots of your Flosstube to watch now. I mean, I have no words. And I had responded back to her, and then this last email, she said, the world works in mysterious ways. I believe things happen for a reason. I recently saw a Bigfoot rubber stamp that says, always believe in yourself, even if no one else will. We need to live more like this. She is 100% true. I definitely need to. She just said that she's just excited to see what the designs were coming up. But y'all, emails like that, messages that I get, it just means everything to me, because it just, to know that my Bigfoot designs are helping somebody heal, it's incredible. It's incredible. Okay, so that leads into my next 2 designs. The first one is the next in my seasonal series for Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot in fall. The waterfall, because you know me and the love for outdoors and waterfalls. The squirrel, there's a little mushroom with a little mousy, Mr. Bigfoot. This tree, there's an owl with a cloud. Like, I love this one. And I love that my model stitcher used 2 strands on this. Usually on 18 count, we just use 1, but she thought that it would just look so much more saturated and colorful with 2. So this is the front. It's close. Again, the colors, man. This is a little bit more gray. This is a little bit more green, you can see. But I could not get it. You have no idea how much ink and paper I go through to try to get these, and I just can't. I can't get the colors right. So this model is stitched on 18 count bog Ada from Be Stitch Me, and of course it's 70 by 70. The model is stitched with 2 strands of thread, and the model was stitched by Tina Townsend, the same person who did my reproduction sampler. They're classic color works, so antique lace, barrel cactus, black coffee, brown hen, fallen leaves, pink posy, rain showers, steamed broccoli, Zach Black, and then Bigfoot is always stitched in Be Stitch Me black walnut silk. I did not provide a DMC conversion for this. It was just too difficult to try and match colors. Because this is a small, I figured y'all would just pull whatever colors you'd like to do. I also fully finished this myself, just hand sewing the pillow, and then I just put that on the back. So it's a cute little pillow. And then this is the back. So you have a little mock-up on like a cream colored as well. So the last one that I am going to talk about is where I'm going to insert a video. I partnered up with Colleen of Rebel Stitcher Designs, and we did a Zoom video that we're sharing on each of our channels with our collaboration. So I'm going to insert that here. Hi, Flosstube. We are here with an exciting announcement. I'm Becca, SamBrie Stitches, and I'm with...
I'm Colleen of Rebel Stitcher Designs. Hello.
Super, super excited. This is going to be an off-the-cuff video, not like an interview or anything like that, because we are here to show our collaboration for Needlework Marketplace. So do you want to tell a little bit about the story of how this kind of all came about?
Sure. Becca and I have been remote friends online for a while now. We are both Bigfoot aficionados, and kind of talked about that, and this was our first market in March for both of us as new designers. And so when we got to meet face to face, I think it was Becca had the idea, and you had said we should do something together since we both love Bigfoot so much. Yep. So we went back to our respective homes on either side of the country and did 2 charts that would work great together, that you don't, they don't rely upon each other, but they're kind of companion pieces in a way, thematically, right? Would you agree with that?
I think so. Yeah. I think they'll look cute together, or displayed together, or separately, or however they want to do it. But yeah, kind of, they speak to us, like as a designer and what we like. Yours represents you very well, mine represents me, and both of them represent us together. So yeah, I do agree.
Yep, perfect.
So I guess we just want to show them our models, and then we can each talk about them a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Why don't you go first, Becca?
Okay, so this is my model. Of course, it's Bigfoot.
So cute.
Who
would have thunk it?
I know, right? I mean, come on now. So I've had this one kind of designed for a little while. I tweaked it a little bit. It's called Adventure Awaits, and it's got the little compass. It's to represent, Pacific Northwest kind of a feel.
And all your adventures.
Yep, all our adventures. I'm on the opposite side. There's a skunk, there's a bunny, there's a goose. Man, this camera, goose up there. So I finished mine in a square because mine typically are 70 by 70 for my Bigfoot designs. And so I just did kind
Oh,
of a
that's perfect fabric on the back.
free fabric. Yeah, this is left over from my husband's quilt that I made.
It works great though.
Yeah, and then I just have some chenille trim. I can't remember. This was out of the grab bag for Lady Dot Create, so I don't know what color it is, but so that's mine.
Oh, it looks so nice.
Thank you. I'm
And
excited
so
for yours.
mine is based off of a needle minder that I had already designed that I love so much. And I was like, I'm just not done with this image yet. So I converted a needle minder design into a cross stitch chart. It's the first time I ever kind of did it that way. And this is mine. It's called Snow Angel, and it's a snow yeti making a snow angel. So Becca's is a square and mine is finished as a circle. I mean, you could finish this as a square, but the shape of it kind of lends itself to that. And it's got some pretty trim on the back, this little snowflake charm. Full disclosure, I do not finish my own work. I am not that precise or talented. So Jan Calvert, she's one of the finishers at Keepsakes and a friend of mine. She finished this for me and she does such a good job. So there's my snow yeti.
I love it. Yeah, I finished my own and it's a mess. Like my corners are
Don't knock yourself down. It's perfect. Leave it.
Things get done quicker for me that way because I leave things to the last minute all the time. So yeah, so I love yours. I was really excited when you said you were going to do that and sent the picture and everything like that. So I think they complement each other very well for all our fellow Bigfoot, Yeti, all that kind of fans.
Yeah, yours has like a summer / fall kind of vibe color wise, I think, and then mine is more winter. So, you have the 2 seasons.
Oh, that's a good point too. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. I love that. So as far as the chart goes, you want to go ahead and show yours since you just showed your model?
Oh, sure. So this is what the chart looks like. It's on like a cardstock. I wanted to say my model stitcher for that was Jen Gorski. I just want to give her props because she spits them out so fast for me. But the model, the piece itself is 95 by 79 stitches. So it's not huge. It's very doable. But the model is stitched on 20 count Tephra by Cedar River linen. And it's 3 classic colorworks and 1 gentle arts for mine.
And I think that we used a couple of the same.
We tried to, yeah. Like mine are classic colorworks bamboo, old money, blueberry tart, and then gentle arts is tutti frutti. That one I had to change at the end because I could not find. That's the Yeti skin tone. I could not find. I had to go to a needlework shop and pull because I could not find one that popped for me.
Yeah, because I think originally you pulled old blue jeans because that's what I think I ended up using that in my chart.
Yeah, I did, and then I started stitching his face, and it had no joy to it. It was very somber, and I was like, he should be a lot more fun. And
that color is better choice, yeah.
Yeah, and people who have watched my Flosstube stitching before, I just have to point out he does have blue nips and a blue belly button.
Actually, if they wanted to use that blue so that there was 3 classic colorworks, they could just switch because I think the only time that I used the old blue jeans was I think for the word. So if they wanted to use your blue or they could sub.
Yeah, we tried to make it so you wouldn't have to buy a bunch of different skeins.
Yeah. So this is my chart. It's kind of the same as I do. It's on some heavy duty paper. There will be a chipboard in there. I've learned a new trick. You put the chipboard in there and it doesn't bend as much, so it'll be a little bit more sturdier. It's with a Rae Dunn mug, of course. That's usually what I do. That's
your jam.
Yep. And so mine was actually stitched by my sister. My sister has been knocking models out for me like you would not believe. I am so grateful for her. So her name is Rachel Jones, and she's one after the other. It's incredible. I did mention it's 70 by 70. I use the same fabric, so we use the same. So it's 20 count tephra from Cedar River Linen and Design. Jody is our friend and she's awesome. So we wanted to support her as well.
Her Ada is like butter. I love
Right?
it.
I know.
Oh my God. So good.
I'm so happy for her. I use her. I think I use the 20 count tephra for a couple of my proverb charts too, because I just love her Ada. Mine, I use the Classic Colorworks Bamboo, Classic Colorworks Black Coffee, Classic Colorworks Old Blue Jeans, and then Classic Colorworks Old Money, which is the gray for the goose. Classic Colorworks Pine Needles and Straw Hat from Classic Colorworks, and then DMC 742. And then my Bigfoot, no matter what, is always done by Brandy's Silk, which is black walnut. He's never changed. So the variegation may have changed, but the floss has never changed on that. So yeah. So that's my chart.
Great.
Yeah. So I'm really excited. We will have these at Needlework Marketplace in our online shops. So if you are interested, contact your local needlework shop, your favorite online shop, whoever is attending the online marketplace, so that they can pop in. We are going to have our own charts in our own shops, but we're still collaborating. So if you want mine, they come to my shop. Same with Colleen's on there. But hopefully y'all go grab them up, and we'd love to see them stitched up after the shops get them.
Yeah, I know a lot of shops are taking pre-orders and things. So, see what all the designers are coming up with and make your wish list, right?
Yep. I'm sure I'm going to have a wish list as well as manning my shop. So yeah. All right. Well, we just wanted to share our collaboration with you. Hope that y'all, like it. I know there are a lot of Bigfoot and, fans all over the place. I did not think that Bigfoot was going to be as popular as it is. So it's awesome. And it's great.
Just cryptids in general are totally having their moment. Like people just love all that quirky stuff, and I'm here for it.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, 100%. All right, well, we'll get back to our regular respective videos and finish up our announcements with our other models and such. So
it was so good to see you, Becca.
Yeah, you too. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Okay, so those are all of my releases. I have 7. I have 6 or 7 winter holiday themed designs that I am going to try and get out within the next couple of months, maybe sometime in October. I didn't want, because that would have been way too much, because I have 7 here, and I think I didn't want to, shop people who have like 10 to 15 designs. That's a lot. So I didn't want to overwhelm the shops during this event, because there was so many amazing charts and designs being released. So I'm going to do my holiday ones a little bit later, but I'm excited for those. The other thing I want to talk about really quick is Common Threaded Stitcher is actually going on this weekend. It started yesterday, the 10th, and it goes through Sunday. I am part of the Common Threaded Stitcher team. Absolutely love being part of the team. Our team's a little bit smaller this go around. There are 2 prompts every day, and it happens on Instagram. So if you're on Instagram and you want to join in, follow Common Threaded Stitcher. You could follow me, Yamira's Almond M&Ms, Memphis Sarah E, Kia B Quilting, Elizabeth Ann Can Stitch, and Liz Matthews. That is our team. And you can follow any one of us, join in. You can post one or you can post them all, kind of thing, on that. And then I just want to thank everybody for going to my Printify shop. There's my hoodie, and ordering all the swag stuff. I think that the tumblers are out of stock, so I have to figure out another option. So once I get done focusing on the marketplace, I'll get to that. And if you're on Facebook, come join me in my SamBrie Stitches and Friends Facebook group. I plan on posting freebies every so often and giveaways, and it's just kind of a fun little community on there. I love to see what you're stitching, whether it's my designs or anyone else's designs. So come join me there. I would greatly appreciate it. If you do request to join, please answer the questions. There are some pending ones that have not answered the questions yet. So I don't want to get spam bots and stuff like that in the group as well. So yeah, I think that is it. And then I hope that next week, maybe Tuesday, because my husband and I are going away for a few days down to the beach again, because he was gone on a work trip this past week. So we just want to do a little getaway. So I'm hoping that maybe Tuesday, if I have some time, I will record a regular video, because I have just such amazing things to tell you, and I've gotten some amazing stitchy kindness, and I actually haven't stitched for like the past 6 days. It's been crazy, but I have stuff that I've worked on that I can show. So exciting things are happening. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you made it to the end, please hit that subscribe button, hit the like or the dislike if you didn't enjoy it, and just leave me a comment. Let me know, what you liked about the releases, if there was a favorite out of the 7 that I showed you. And then go show Colleen some love as well, and watch her new release video. And if you're on Instagram, go follow my fellow teammates and come join us on Common Threaded Stitcher as well. Until I see you all again, I love each and every one of you. You mean so, so much to me, and I hope that you get a lot of stitching in, because it's World Cross Stitch Day today, so that's exciting as well. Talk to you all later.